Well, hello, everybody. I'm home from my fantastic vacation. I went a week up to Lynchburg to see my brother, my sister in law, my sister, and my niece, and oh my goodness, Christy and Robert, and so many others, Kendra. So many friends up there in Virginia where I'm be moving to in a little while. But before we get going with Kevin Williams, and you're going to love this interview. I just got off the lines with Kevin recording an interview for this show, and you're going to love it. But come on in here. Let's sing together too. You want to? Well, come on in. Come on in. Pull up a chair and tell me how you've been. We're fixing to sing. I'll do the lead. So if you would do the harmony, how about if you can't sing in tune? Well, that's okay, because I can't hear you. Just don't forget your decaf on sweet tea. Then sit up straight and sing along with me. Come on in, come on in. Pull up a chair and tell me how you've been. And don't forget that decaf on sweet tea. Then sit up straight and sing along with me. Yeah, sit up straight and sing along with me. Get on that pitch. Hey, everybody. It is such a beautiful Friday. And tomorrow, excuse me, I've got a little bit of a cold. I hate that for y'all. But anyway, tomorrow, I get on a plane, fly over to Florida, get on a cruise ship on Sunday, and take off for the Caribbean with the Gaithers and Mike and Natasha and Courtney and Josh and Colin. Yes, Colin will be on the Gaither Farewell Caribbean Cruise. It's going to be so much fun. And I want to let you know that June 27th and 28th is coming up quicker than you think. And we're going to be at the Central Baptist Church in Deer Park, Texas, which is Houston, really. Like, Greenland is America. Deer Park and Houston, they're close. Houston. That's where we're having my hometown birthday bash. And Gordon Mote's going to be there. And Kevin Williams, who you're going to meet if you don't know him, you're going to meet in just a minute in an interview I did with him. Goodman Revival. Oh, I love that sound of the happy Goodman family. They've got it. And Bradley Walker. You love Bradley. And Endless Highway, who's been traveling with me for years now. Scotty Inman, one of the greatest voices. And the Lowry Vocal Band will all be there. You don't want to miss that. Now, these are the dates coming up. Take a snapshot on your phone so you'll know, and send it to everybody you know that's in any of these cities. Spartanburg, Myrtle Beach, Gatlinburg, Indianapolis, Warsaw, Indiana, Lake Delton, Wisconsin. I don't get to Wisconsin much. And then back to Gatlinburg again for the Gaither Family Fest, and then my hometown birthday bash in June. Love to see you at any of these concerts. And let's see There Is Hope is available right now over at marklowry.com, along with the USBs. They got that now. And we have a pill box. Yes, if you're on pills, I've got your box. And on the top of it, it says, "It's such a beautiful day. Maybe I should surprise everyone and skip my medications." But don't do it, young people. Don't do it. We like you better medicated. And it's a great pill box because you can take out one section for the day and carry it with you. You don't have to carry the whole big thing. And we have shirts over there at marklowry.com. Oh, when Kevin called me a little while ago for the interview, he was a little late, a minute or two, no big deal. I was going through all the songs that we're going to do today, and I was just having the best time all by myself, singing them. And I know most of them from memory, but one or two I I pulled the words up, but I know you love the words. I know you love singing along with the words. So before we meet Kevin, for those of you who don't know Kevin, let's sing a little together. It's been a while. Can you believe it's been so long? But I was out of town, and I can only do this when I'm here. For those of you who are new, the show is called Just Whenever. I'm Mark Lowry, your host, director, producer, button pusher, comment reader. Hello, Rebecca Wheeler, Debbie Smith, Peggy Tudor, Shirley Attaway, Kimberly Custer. All of that's going on over here. I love it. It's the perfect life for the attention deficit disordered old person, which is what I am. And I love these songs. Songs I grew up on. Songs they don't sing much in church anymore, but we sing them here. What a friend we have in Jesus. All our sins and griefs to bear. What a privilege to carry everything to God in prayer. Sing, oh, what peace we often forfeit. Oh, what needless pain we bear. All because we do not carry everything to God in prayer. Have we trials and temptations? Is there trouble anywhere? We should never be discouraged. Take it to the Lord in prayer. Can we find a friend so faithful who will all our sorrows share? Oh, Jesus knows my every weakness, so I just take it to the Lord in prayer. Oh, yes, I take it to the Lord in prayer. Oh, and that's Kevin Williams. You're going to meet him. If you have never seen him, you're fixing to see him. But all of these tracks, 90% of the tracks you hear on Just Whenever are Kevin Williams on the guitar. And he did them for me so we could sing together. He's ministering on here too. Every day we go live, and he only has to record it once. And I will use it forever. Here's another one. And then we'll get to Kevin. Here we go. Sit up straight and sing, y'all. You know this one. Clear your sinuses. When the trumpet of the Lord shall sound, and time shall be no more, and the morning breaks eternal, bright and fair. When the saved of earth shall gather over on the other shore, and the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. Sing! When the roll is called up yonder, 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 I'll be there. Oh, turn it around, Kevin. All right, sing. Now let us labor for the Master from the dawn till setting sun. Let us talk of all his wondrous love and care. And when all of life is over and our work on earth is done, and the roll is called up yonder, I'll be there. Sing! When the roll is called up yonder, 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 I'll be there. Hey, Carl Edward Arthur, I'll see you on the cruise too. I'll be there. Oh, yeah. I love that. When the roll. I was trying to do it all in one breath. You know. That's good exercise for your lungs when you try to sing something in one breath. Let's try it. You want to? We'll do it a cappella, Church of Christ style. When the roll is called up yonder. Took a breath. Try it again. When the roll is called up yonder, 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 I'll be there. One breath. There ought to be a Guinness Book of World Records for that. Good night. Hey, y'all ready to meet Kevin? We had a wonderful discussion this morning about an incredible ministry he has going up there in Kentucky where he grew up, and he will tell you all about it. Oh, Kevin, I'm so glad you called in and are on the program today, and I am so excited that I invited myself to your event. I called Kevin and said, why have I never been invited to your charity event? Kevin has this unbelievable charity in his hometown. I'll take it away. I want you to tell them all about it. Catch us up to date in case they don't know anything about it.
You're so sweet, and you're so right. You did invite yourself, and I'm so glad you did. And I'll tell you about that. But a lot of folks, know I've been with the Gaithers 32 years now. That's crazy. And so before that, I was with other gospel groups, that kind of thing. I've always built my career in gospel music and loved that.
Let me pause you right there. I'm looking at your website, and all the people I was reading, Wendy Bagwell, Blackwood Brothers, Booth, I finally find my name in there.
You're in there.
All the people you've played with. And then I see Conway Twitty.
Mm-hmm.
I've got to hear the Conway Twitty story.
You want to hear the Conway story? Well, it may not be as glamorous as you think. I played on a record of Conway's after he had died. But I met him one time. I'd first moved to Nashville. I was living in a little apartment, didn't even have a bed. I'm sleeping on the floor, I was doing my laundry in the laundry room, and his daughter was having some kind of bridal shower or something in the community room up there, and I didn't know it. And he pulls in that little T-bird of his and had the hat on, and, it was Conway Twitty. And so this is the one time I got to meet him. And so I'm walking out.
Did you say hello, darling?
No, well, he did almost. So so I had my laundry basket of socks and underwear walking out, looking really cool. And he walks by me, and I go, I've never met the man, and I go, well, hey, Conway. And he said, hey, you dropped your socks right there. And I had a pair of socks laying on the sidewalk. And so it was like a Lifesavers commercial or something. It totally happened that way. Years later, the Armed Forces Radio had a master that he had recorded in 68 or 9 of all of his hits up to that time. Hello, Darlin' was on there, and It's Only Make Believe, and maybe Last Dates and things like that. And they were revamping that so they could put it out. And the piano and the acoustic guitar were not very loud in the mix, and they wanted to enhance those. And so they brought me in, and I played guitar on a whole Conway Twitty album of the hits. And so in my headphones, I hear "Hello, Darling," and oh my gosh, it was incredible, Mark. It was incredible, and he was in such good voice. He was 68 or 9, I think. So yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I knew there had to be a story. When I saw Conway, I said, oh, I got to ask. Okay, now back to the event, the main event.
Sure. Well, so this all came about. I was in my 40s, and I was talking with my mom. And I remembered, we were just going over family remembrances. And so I said, do you remember when I was 6 years old, you got me that corduroy coat for Christmas? And we didn't have any money, right? My mom and dad were hardworking people, but they made minimum wage. Dad was a factory worker. Mom was a clerk in a store. And they just worked hard to support this weird kid, Yeah. And so, but when the lunch forms came home, we were in the poverty column. I knew what they made, and I added it up, and we didn't make enough to get above what the state of Kentucky defined as poverty. Okay, so we just didn't have a lot. I didn't know that, I had a great childhood and parents that loved me and encouraged me. So I was talking to my mom about this coat. I said, you got me that coat when I was 6 years old at Christmas. And she said, yeah. She said, we didn't get you that coat. And I said, yeah, you remember it had a hood and everything? She said, no. And our neighbors had bought the coat and given it to my mom and dad to give to me. And so, man, that just changed my life. And so I just began to think, I've had so many people in my life, literally hundreds of people that God has sent at the right time, every time, to give me, some kind of nudge in a direction or something. They just appeared. So who's going to be there intentionally for these kids in this day and time? Because the culture is so different. It's not the 1970s anymore. And we don't have neighbors that are close a lot of times. We don't have church family that is tight like it used to be. So we go through our life on our phone. We just go through doing this, and we don't know that there are kids that are hurting. So it became a calling for me to help kids like I was. I was a trailer park kid, And so this is our 11th time. So 2014 was our first year. Yeah. And I had talked to a former Kentucky state senator about this. I said, I have a desire to do something for kids. And I thought he'd give me some action. He'd say, call this guy or let's. He said, well, I'll help you pray about that. And I thought, well, I didn't really want to pray about it. That was sort of I'm Action Jackson, right? Get it done. And that dear man helped me. We prayed about it for a year, Mark. And then I got a call out of nowhere at the end of 2013 from my third grade music teacher in public school. And her name is Jonelle Smith, and she lives in Russell Springs there. She had kept up with me all these years. And she said, how would you like to come to your hometown and do a concert? We'd love to have you at the church. And you kind of know how this goes. I love my hometown. I'd been involved in things, but nobody had asked me to do a concert. I'd been gone 30 years, and nobody had asked, So I said, okay, I have a dream. I want to do this. Don't pay me anything. Let me actually bring some money. You take that money, whatever it was going to be, put it in a pot. We'll all put it together. I'll ask some friends. We'll raise some money for kids. And she said, yeah, it sounds great. We started with a $10,000 goal that year, and God gave us over $20,000 the first year.
That's great.
Last year, over 104,000 came in. And we missed 2 years during COVID. So even with that momentum, the kids were being taken care of. We had managed well. And so we're at about a $600,000 place now for these kids in a town of, there are about 3,000 students in the county. Russell Springs and Jamestown are the two towns in Russell County, Kentucky. And out of 120 counties, we're the only one doing anything like this at a grassroots level for the next generation, paying it forward. And to clarify very simply, we get in their lives with shoes or a coat or whatever that child needs. We don't buy coats for everybody. It's not a government program. We don't just blanket something. We have resource managers that know these kids and get in their lives. They know the families. So if this child needs a pair of glasses, we can provide for that. If this child needs dental work, we can provide for that. We couldn't do that in the beginning, but we built up to where we can. Sometimes it's something as simple as a toothbrush. You'd think everybody'd have a toothbrush, right. But 26% of the children in our county are under that poverty level where I was. That's higher than the statewide level of 20%. And as a state, Kentucky's the fifth highest in child poverty in the nation. So there's a lot to be done there. It's a mission for me, and this is our 11th year. And we have a concert every year.
And show who's coming.
Well, I'll tell you. I have a poster here that I can show you, Mark. And
well, I can do better than that.
Oh,
I have a graphic here, puts us both on the screen plus the poster.
Well, you got it, and it looks good too. So I'll save you for last, but Matthew Holt and Mark Lowry are coming. Matthew Holt and Michael Shade Rousey are coming from the Gaither Tour. Wonderful musicians, and Matthew's been there every year but one. And he's a hometown favorite. They just love that guy. And so they save him a parking space,
That's great.
He's the Mac Daddy. Larry Beasley, the guy with the banjo there, He was
Yeah.
my guitar teacher when I was 12 years old, Mark.
Wow.
And he still he ran as many as 60 students a week at one time, but he still teaches. He's really a legend in bluegrass music in the state of Kentucky. He's an amazing banjo player. He plays everything, but an amazing banjo guy. So we'll do the dueling banjos together on stage that night. I'll
How?
stand right beside him and get nervous.
Oh, you're not. Oh, you mean you'll do it on the guitar and he'll do it on the banjo?
Right.
Oh,
And that's the way it
cool.
was originally recorded, but we've got our spin on it.
Oh, I can't
And it's
wait
something
to
that
hear
folks ask
that.
for every year. We would come out one year. We tried not to do it, and they made us do it. So, and I do get nervous standing next to my teacher. You know, my third grade music teacher, Miss Jonelle, that I mentioned, she'll be in the choir behind me.
Oh.
The state senator that I mentioned will be in the choir behind me. And in fact, that's his quartet that you see right there, the Crossroads Quartet. 66 years in gospel music ministry. And this is their final year. They are retiring this year. And so you're going to get to hear a couple songs from a wonderful quartet that has dedicated their lives to singing for the Lord. The trio down at the bottom is from the Renaissance program at Bethel University in McKenzie, Tennessee. Our own Matthew Holt is the head of that program there, and he said, Kevin, you got to hear this bluegrass trio. They're amazing. And that little girl in the middle plays the fiddle. She is truly talented, as they all are. So I said, well, would they be okay doing a couple songs? You know, I'm trying to squeeze everything into that time. So they're coming, and we got them. And then we'll have a kids choir. We'll have just so much stuff going on. Community choir behind us that night. And then I always bring in a special guest. And we've had everybody from Russ Taff to Reggie and Lady, to Wes Hampton, to you name it. Angie Prim was there last year. She was amazing.
But did any of them call and ask you if they could come?
No, nobody called. Nobody called. I did the calling, Mark. And I was on the phone with Mark one morning. I was headed up to Kentucky to talk about this, and I mentioned that. And he said, why have you not had me at your concert? And I said, Mark, I know you travel a lot. Your Saturday nights are very important. And, you know, you go see this guy on a Saturday night in a big program. It's going to be tough to get you to a town of 2,500 people when you got to fly to Nashville and drive, that kind of thing.
Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, right. And I said, I never could ask you to do that, Mark. And he said, well, if you asked, I would come, which reminds me of a scripture. And I said, Mark, I just can't ask you. And he
Well,
said,
I don't
"What's
go
the name?"
anywhere I'm not wanted. I wanted you to want me. But no, Bill Gaither brought it to my attention. And I thought, and Bill's the one said, man, you should go do that. I said, okay, I'd love to. So I contacted you, and we're going to be there. And I have no idea what we're going to do, but y'all listen to me. The band is there. The Gaither band is there with Michael Rousey, Matthew Holt, Kevin Williams, and then
Duncan
you got
Mullins is with us that night as well.
Who?
Duncan Mullins. He's a great bass player, so he's going to be there that night.
Oh my gosh, there's more than the Gaither band. And then throw in
he's
that
played on your records.
and you'll throw in that banjo picker on the. Could we do some up tempo hymns?
Yeah,
when it's
sure.
my turn.
And we'll do some fast ones as well. And so this would be this would be
What
good.
I'm saying is, so we can get that banjo in there.
Well, yeah, let's do it. That'd be
fun.
fun. We're not gonna plan very much that night with your.
And
set.
y'all,
I just want
looky
you to be
here.
comfortable.
Look on the poster. It's free. You can't complain about ticket prices. You can't. Now, you might complain that you can't get a seat if you get there too late, but
That's
it's
right.
free. How many seats are there?
We've had about 700 in there. It seats about 700. So we've filled it before, and we put out chairs. It's old fashioned. We just want you.
Can
there.
you open the windows like the old? I'm picturing the building as like you'd open the windows and they'd have people outside.
It's so the building is modern and wonderful and beautiful. So we have places to put people. So we got a place for you. You come and be a part of it. Doors are
We'll
going to open at
squeeze you
5.
in.
Yeah, we will. And we'll put you on stage with us if we need to. We've got room up there, so we will do that. Mark, it will remind you of the Ryman Auditorium. It feels like that in there. It's a lot of wood, and it's beautiful. Everybody is in close, and it's just an amazing place. And I love my hometown. I was up there 2 days ago, and I did radio interviews, I did a podcast and that kind of thing, and always speaking to groups up there. I love the involvement that they allow me to have every year, but they are so excited about you. So now this whole year it's been, hey, Mark's coming, right?
Oh,
So
yeah, right.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, I am so excited. And I'm looking forward to the cruise. Now, we got a cruise coming up next week.
do.
Coming
And
or tomorrow.
Can I mention one more thing before we leave this?
Oh, yeah.
On donations. I would love to
yes.
give a link that they can be able to donate to this as well. So if you can't come, I totally understand that. We had a lady last year. She was a great donor from Florida. She's in Florida and Michigan, half of the year. And so she said, I want to donate, and she did. Well, she got so excited. She's coming this year. She'll be there. And a lot of people just want to participate however they can. So you see a phone number on there. If you wanted to call and make arrangements, you can send a check, make it to Kevin's Kids, and
where would they send it?
Well, I can give you my address here that they can send it to.
Will you text it to me, and I'll put it in the show notes before
I'll do that
before I go live. Yeah.
Then the way to do it online is rs1.church, and I'll send you that as well. And you go there. That's the actual church that's hosting the event. And we funnel that money through their treasury. Nobody gets any of the money. The church doesn't. I don't. Nobody. 100% stays in the county, and 100% goes to the kids. It's in a protected fund. So if you go there and click Give, and then select the amount, just put your amount in, and then Kevin's Kids will pop up as one of the options, and you just go right through there. So that's a great way to be a part of what we're doing, and I'm
if
glad
you can't be there, yes, you can support rs1.church.
Church.
I'll put that in the link too.
I'll send that
do that. If you can't be there, you can make a donation. And Jesus had a thing for kids. He loved children. He said, "Let the children come unto me and forbid them not, for such is the kingdom of heaven." That's when I fell in love with him, when I heard that verse. I was a little kid, and I thought, he likes us.
He loves us.
Yeah.
He does.
Yeah.
It's interesting, and I know this from my background as a kid, but I didn't let much stand in my way. I was pretty headstrong, and I just went forward. But kids who are dealing with poverty issues, and nowadays there's rarely two parents in the home for those families. They're being raised by one parent or no parents, either a grandparent or a sibling. We had a couple years ago, we found a 16-year-old sibling raising 14-year-old in a pod in a storage container out in the back of a farm. So it gets devastating when you start talking about it. Well, you'll see a beautiful area of my county when you come in, and yet I can take you 1 mile from there, and there's a trailer with no door. It has a blanket, hanging down. So we don't know what people are going through sometimes, folks. It's just that simple. And so what the child deals with is never their fault. Whether the parent is incarcerated or an addict or whatever their situation is happening, it's not that child's fault. And so we just try to get in their lives with whatever this is, and then plant seeds in their brains that will take them somewhere. Seeds like, you matter, you can be responsible, and you can be a productive adult, a citizen, you can get education, you can move forward in your life. And we teach them things like that. So this is sort of the A part, is getting in their life with whatever stops the bleeding. And then the B part is ideas and building your life on, of course, on the Word of God. And they allow me to speak to the kids in assembly programs, and I get to share my testimony about, I always call it from the trailer park to Carnegie Hall. But that's the truth in my life.
The truth.
And it's all because of Almighty God who had his hand on me and sent people like we're trying to be at this point. So,
Kevin, I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thank you, man.
Love
you. You've been a big part of my growth. God
Huh?
sent you to me. I met you. You were the first Gaither vocal band member that I met on my first weekend. Did you know that?
I did not.
And I'd met you one time before at a GMA event when I was with Wendy, and you asked me
Lord,
all
I
about
hope
Wendy.
I was nice.
Yeah, sort of. No, you were very nice to me. You were very, and I know we all go back and we go, oh, I hope I was nice. You really were. I met you in an elevator, and you had some loud suit on. You were going to host an event. But then that first weekend out there, you said, well, I'm glad you're here. And I thought, Nobody told me they were glad I was here.
Oh.
And that was really sweet. And then I met the rest of the guys, and that was precious. And you always made me feel at home, brother.
Well,
So
you
thank
have been a great blessing to Bill Gaither. I'm telling you, I don't know. I mean, most people may not even know what all Kevin does back there. It's not just being the funny guy. He's running the program. Bill Gaither looks back there and stutters something at him, and he has to read Bill's lips. But sometimes, do you ever just guess?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
you're hearing, looking at him, he's talking, but you're guessing what he's saying?
Sometimes I'm just wrong too. I'm just wrong.
I don't see
you'll
you
see
be
me.
wrong.
You'll see me look at him, and I go, I don't know, and he'll say it again. But Bill stammers sometimes, and it's hard to read, and especially across a room or something, or if the
Right.
light is behind him, and I'm having to go like this.
Right.
It's that's always funny. People think we have some sort of scripted program that we go by, and Bill is calling that thing song by song to make it special, to make it applicable for the moment where he feels like that needs to go. And he's got such a great sensitivity to all of those things. He gets a little embarrassed when you talk about that. Because there's some skill involved there, obviously some great skill.
Well,
I think
you
he's
and
just-
I had to fill in for him in Abilene.
How you
was
think
it?
we did?
I thought we did all right, but
Yeah, I
I
thought
haven't. It's we did all right because Bill sent us song by song. I've had to do this
programmed it.
before when he got sick, and I
Right.
will
I've done it
not
as
do
well.
it if he doesn't write out the program.
Right.
Because I can't think like him.
I know. He's so great, and he programmed that thing better from Indiana than we could have in Abilene that night.
Absolutely. Well, brother, I
He,
love you, and I will see you on Saturday, and then we're going to get on the ship on Sunday and be with the
right.
Gaithers and the Farewell Caribbean Cruise.
Yeah, they say this is the last Caribbean one that we're doing, I guess.
And then the Alaskan will be the Farewell Alaska. And
August.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, I know. I'm with you. I'm with you.
Bye-bye,
Aren't they
brother.
fun, though? They're so much fun, and I love getting to meet the people, too.
Gosh, me too. Hey, y'all, I was just talking to Kevin on the phone because I called him to find out if this was gonna be streamed. He said they don't have a way to do it, so I may stream it with my phone. That night. Why not? But I can't promise. And then I may not. You know me, ADD. Can't make any kind of promises. What are you thinking? Oh, let's sing something else. When we already did that one. Oh, I love this one. Oh, Kevin and I were in just the best conversation. Then that video went black. And I'm sing the wondrous love of Jesus. Sing his mercy and his grace. In the mansions bright and blessed, he'll prepare for you a place. And when we all get to heaven, what a day of rejoicing that'll be. When we all see Jesus, we'll sing and shout the victory. Oh, Kevin Williams on the guitar, y'all. Turn it around, Kevin. While we walk this pilgrim pathway, clouds will overspread the sky. But when traveling days are over, not a shadow, not a sigh. And when we all get to heaven, oh, what a day of rejoicing that will be. When we all see Jesus, we'll sing and shout the victory. Get to heaven, what a day of rejoicing that'll be. Lord, when we all see Jesus, will sing and shout the victory. Oh, we will sing and shout the victory. There's another verse. I need to make Kevin do 3 verses. Onward to the prize before us, soon his beauty we'll behold. Soon the pearly gates will open, we shall tread the streets of gold. Ba-doo-doo-doo. I wonder if there's another one. Nope, that's it. See, I just hit that button and the thing changes. And I just accidentally figured that out one day. I took a PDF document of these songs, and I drug it over into Ecamm, and there she sat. Pretty as a picture, and it works good. I really wish, and if Ecamm's listening, and I doubt they are, but I wish I could have tracks. I hit the track, and the words go across the bottom of the screen. Remember Sing Along with Mitch, how they had the bouncing ball? Well, I don't want to mess with no bouncing ball, but it'd be nice if the words went under the screen, right at the place. I don't know. Or do you like them like this in long form, where you got to pay attention, which I'm not really good at? Okay. Oh, we're in the W's. If you're wondering why we're singing these songs today, it's because we go through this hymnal, the songs that I have available, we go through this hymnal alphabetically. So I don't have to remember what we did the last time we went live together. So it makes it so easy. See how I've got it so easy? You could do this, y'all. This is easy. I go live just whenever I feel like it, which means if I don't feel like it, I haven't felt like it for 11 days, so I didn't do it. I was visiting my family and friends up in Virginia. And I'm going to be on a cruise. There'll be no just whenever on the cruise. Now, I'll go live maybe if I get a signal on Facebook or YouTube, but it'll be just that one by itself, right? But when I'm home, like I am today, and it'll be the same in Virginia when that home gets built. I've got a studio being built, and it will be doing the same thing because I can do this wherever I live. Wherever there's Wi-Fi, I can do this. And so it'll keep doing it. I'll keep doing it because I enjoy it. First of all, it's good for your throat. It's good for you. I need to start doing makeup, though, because my nose is looking bigger than normal. Or maybe, they say your nose and your ears keep growing. Oh, Lord, y'all. There's coming a day I won't be able to see around that thing. Anyway, but that day ain't here yet. Where could I go but to the Lord? That's the question. So we're in the W's. I said all that to say we're going through it alphabetically. All right, sit up straight, let's sing. Living below in this old sinful world, hardly a comfort can afford. Striving alone to face temptation so. Where could I go but to the Lord? Sorry, I've got a cold. Where could I go? Oh, where could I go? Seeking a refuge for my soul. When I'm needing a friend to help me in the end. Oh, where could I go but to the Lord? Neighbors are kind, well, I love them, everyone. We get along in sweet accord. But when my soul needs manna from above, oh, where could I go but to the Lord? Sing, y'all. Where could I go? Oh, where could I go when I'm seeking a refuge for my soul? Needing a friend who's gonna help me in the end. Where could I go but to the Lord? Oh, where could I go but to the Lord? The great Rusty Goodman. Sing along if you know it, y'all. When I think of how he came so far from glory, came and dwelt among the lowly, such as I, to suffer shame and such disgrace, on Mount Calvary take my place. Then I ask myself a question: who am I? Who am I that a king would bleed and die for? Who am I that he would pray, not my will, thine, Lord? The answer I may never know, why he ever loved me so. To an old rugged cross he'd go, for who am I? Oh, but I'm reminded of his words, I'll leave you never. Just be true, 'cause I've given you life forever. I wonder what I could have done to deserve God's only Son, to fight my battles until they're won. For who am I? Sing, who am I that a king would bleed and die for? Who am I that he would pray, not my will, thine, Lord? The answer I may never know, why he ever loved me so, that to an old rugged cross he'd go. For who am I? You know what? You know what's terrible? Well, it's not terrible. So many things. You know, I speak hyperbolically. Everything's the worst, the best. Everybody says, Bill taught me that. I didn't know what the word hyperbolic meant or hyperbole meant until Bill said, by the way, ADD, it's his birthday today. He's 89. Anyway, he said, Mark, everything you say is the best. Because every meal I eat, I'll say, this is the best I've ever. And in that moment in time, it is. Let me have that. But I have friends who are offended by it. They said they're going to put on my tombstone, this is the best grave I've ever been in. Well, I don't care what you put on it. And it probably will be. Well, it will be. It'll be the only grave I've ever been in. What do you mean? Okay, ain't we having fun? Kevin. Crunchy ice. You know I love it. And all these teeth are fake anyway. If they break, I'll go buy another one. You know, when you're old, eat the ice, you know. Don't wait. What are you waiting on? Till you have dentures that can chew them? Create the dentures. What else? But crunchy ice doesn't hurt your teeth. I've decided that. 9 out of 9 dentists say that crunchy ice is good for you. It builds the fluoride on your teeth. But all these are caps. I had them all caps. My mother took tetracycline when I was in her womb, and it discolored my permanent teeth. At least that's what she told me. So when I could afford it, I went and got me all new teeth. Years ago I did that. See, these down here, they're not capped because you never see them. When I talk, they don't really show, so I thought, why bother with those? So that's what they look like originally. Just thought you needed to know that. You know, I pretend or act like no one's watching. There are 417 of y'all that just saw that. I'm sorry. But, well, hey, what's a good Church of Christ song we could sing? You know, a cappella? One that I don't have a track to, that we could all sing together. What's a good one? Let me look at my songs. See, I have a whole list of songs waiting on Kevin to, I still haven't got my glasses fixed. But I'm waiting, sing them over. That's a good one. Let's try this a cappella Church of Christ style. Let's see what happens if we try this one. Do you remember this? Sing them over again to me, wonderful words of life. Let me more of their beauty see, wonderful words of life. Words of life and beauty, teach me faith and duty. Beautiful words, wonderful words, wonderful words of life. Beautiful words, wonderful words, wonderful words of life. Good job. Christ the Blessed One gives to all wonderful words of life. Sinner, listen to the loving call, wonderful words of life. Words oh so freely given, wooing us to heaven. Beautiful words, wonderful words, wonderful words of life. Beautiful words, wonderful words, wonderful words of life. Do you remember that one? I do, obviously. I knew that melody like the back of my hand. And I probably could have done the lyric. Okay, I'm going to close my eyes and see if I can do the lyric. I start sweet. Sweetly echo the gospel call, wonderful words of life, offering pardon and peace to... I don't know that one, but it's a good one. Wonderful words of life, Jesus only Savior. I think I changed keys. Sanctifying forever, beautiful words. Okay, what else we got? Wonderful words, beautiful words. And that's it. That's a good one though. Sweetly echo the gospel call, wonderful words of life. Offering pardon. I think it should be offering pardon. Maybe it's offering. Offering pardon and peace to all, wonderful words of life. Jesus only Savior, sanctifying forever. Sanctify forever. I don't remember if sanctifying forever, that would work. But does he sanctify us forever? I mean, once we get home, isn't the sanctifying over? It's like you're done. Hopefully. You know, I examine everything. Just like Mama. You know, when Mama died, she didn't go to heaven. She jumped in me because I hear her coming out in me all the time. Analyzing. I see songs I change lyrics to because I don't agree with them. And it's just a little tweak. You know, it isn't like I've ruined the copyright or nothing. I might change a little something here and something. But nothing major. Who am I? What a song. Oh, what another. Oh, we're in the W's. Here's another great one. You know I love all of them. Oh, sing y'all. Without him, I could do nothing. Without him, I'd surely fail. Without him, I would be drifting like a ship without a sail. Oh, sing Jesus, oh Jesus, do you know him today? Please don't turn him away. Oh Jesus, my Jesus, without him, how lost I would be. And without him, I would be dying. Without him, I'd be enslaved. Without him, life would be worthless. But with Jesus, thank God, I'm saved. Sing, Jesus, oh Jesus, do you know him today? Please don't turn him away, oh Jesus, my Jesus, without him, how lost I would be. Without him, how lost I would be. You know what? I'm glad God's not done with us. I'm so thankful that we were saved, we are being saved, and we will be saved. I'm thankful that we have a promise that our present suffering is not worth comparing to the glory that will be revealed in us. For we know that all creation has been groaning as in the pains of childbirth. I'm quoting the Bible. Right up to this present time, not only so, but we who have the first fruits of the Spirit groan inwardly as we wait eagerly for our adoption as sons and the redemption of our bodies. One day we will be adopted, totally, completely, stamped, sealed, and it's already done. But in the timeline that we have to live in, this thing that we call time, that one day we will be out of and we will see how free we really are. I mean, we're free right now. We just sometimes forget it. Because we forget who we are, right? We're His. It's not really who we are, it's whose we are. We forget whose we are. Don't forget whose you are. That's a good t-shirt. Don't forget whose you are. I like that. Anyway, so, because, some of these songs make it sound like you've already arrived, and I'm sitting here thinking, I'm waiting for the redemption of the flesh. Well, it's not redeemed yet. It's still a battle. And so there you go. But won't it be wonderful there? Matthew Ward, I think. Isn't that right? Matthew Ward on the keyboard. All right, sing. Well, when with the Savior we enter the glory land, won't it be wonderful there? Ended the troubles and cares of the storyland, won't it be wonderful there? Sing, won't it be wonderful there? Having no burdens to bear, joyously singing with heart bells all ringing, won't it be wonderful there? Walking and talking with Christ the supernal one, won't it be wonderful there? Praising, adoring the matchless eternal one, won't it be wonderful there? Oh, sing, won't it be wonderful there? Having no burdens to bear, joyously singing with heart bells all ringing, oh, won't it be wonderful there? Joyously sing there, sing it again. Having no burdens to bear, joyously singing with heart bells all ringing, Lord, won't it be wonderful there? Well, y'all, I got to go get a pedicure. I just remembered that while I was singing that. Because, y'all, when you can see through your nails, you look down there and you can see through, and I can't reach them anymore. My gut's too big. You know you're getting old when you got to ask yourself, do I want to cut my toenails or do I want to breathe? And so I'm going down there, right down the street, sitting that big old lazy boy, let it massage me while the little lady cuts my toenails. And I know she's talking about my feet probably, but I can't understand a word she says. So here we go, y'all. Yes, the cruise is tomorrow. Thank you, Arlo and Jody. Thank you, Sarah Shelton. Thank you, 439 of you watching on YouTube and Facebook. Please give me a thumbs up on there, would you? And also leave a comment. And what else can you do? If you're on YouTube, make sure you subscribe to my channel and ring the bell for all notifications so you'll be notified when I go live. Oh, and then also, what else? On Facebook, would you share it, and make sure you're following my Facebook page, please. I appreciate that so much. Well, have a blessed day, y'all. Bye.